Rackspace and the beginning of our third annual Game Changers series.
Woo-hoo!
Very exciting, right?
It's very exciting.
Yeah. Just a few years ago, Shannon and I were having a conversation about why we wanted to pull these groups of education leaders together.
Over ice cream tea.
Over the ice cream tea right there, that's right. We wanted to give superintendents and their principals an opportunity to learn together from some of the best and brightest brands that we have around Texas, and Rackspace is certainly one of them. Look around the room. Do they know branding or what? Right?
I was thinking, Scott, like you come in this room, you know how spaces, like we always say, spaces basically kind of tell you how to act or what to anticipate. You know, when you walk in a room, you walk in a school, you have there's a certain feel. This space says like, let's get ready for something great because it's going to be awesome, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, we're great. We're excited to hear from Nina Toscano. She is the Rackspace Inclusion Council. So give her a round of applause and welcome.
My name is Nina Toscano. I am here on behalf of our Global Inclusion Leadership Council, which is a group that truly steers our inclusion and diversity practices at Rackspace with major arms of our organization, including human resources, including talent management, talent development. So you'll hear a lot about cross-collaboration and how we do those things and how we create this culture. It's something that you'll hear from Rackers. If you ask someone, why do you work here? Oftentimes you'll hear two things, the people and the culture. And so I'm happy to share what those things mean with you today. To tell you about our culture, we have core values that are embedded into everything that we do. It's embedded into the way we recruit, the way we hire, the way that we measure performance and success. And when we come together, we have differences, and those differences are in fact advantages. And that's where the diversity lies. So again, this really does include every single person. It's you and I working together. But why do we care? Why is this important? What does this do for us? Is it just branding? No. We actually know that it's fact that teams perform better when there's diversity present. Group IQ at this one table, right? Each table raises when you have diversity there. And think about what we're doing as a service company and a technology company. We need every perspective at the table. I need your ideas to help inspire my ideas, and we need to kind of riff off of each other. And by pulling out all of those perspectives and teasing out more and more ideas, we reach a point of true innovation. We hope to, right? We're trying to find that best fit solution for a customer or the best way to roll out a program for our Rackers.
Style and decor is very important to Rackers. They want to feel like they're at Rackspace, and it's very important to us as a workplace team to make sure that our culture is embedded and it's portrayed in every single office and hoping, and I think that you'll notice in some of these images that every time you walk into the door of Rackspace, you know that you're in Rackspace. So,
and this is one that I mean, this is the foundation of all of it, right? Super easy to skip over this step and go like, oh, we're going to engage. I mean, what does that really mean? But, you know, globally, we're constantly have projects in the works, but I would say that in a facility like this, every year, maybe every 2 years, we have a significant project that we undertake here at Castle. And we're engaging with the same team, the same Rackers, but we're learning new things. So when you think about engagement, you have two layers. You've got the needs. You know, I need more office space. I need some additional conference rooms, these kinds of things. And then you've got this layer of what I call the wants, right? And that is, I want the space to feel, I don't want to get too far ahead because some of what I want to talk about right now is coming up in the slides later, but some of those wants get peppered in on top of the needs. And the only way to capture that data is to repeatedly and frequently go back to the group that you're trying to serve and just ask, right? So I'm not sure what your experiences are here in the room, but it would be super interesting to learn how often you feel that you are engaged when it comes down to the design of the space where you're working and performing and teaching on a regular basis. And this is the key to a lot of Aaron's success, is this baseline engagement.
Space is absolutely amazing. I mean, from the larger areas to the smaller areas to even the little gondolas where they had them on the side, or places where they would purposefully set up walking areas for them to be able to walk and talk and plan and brainstorm. I mean, just the way the space was used.
The diversity in space.
Exactly.
So what'd y'all come up with for your team name?
Lean, mean. Wait, do it again.
Okay, take two. Take two.
We're gonna do it all four. Okay.
Okay, all four.
Lean, mean, team.
Seguin.
Wow. Awesome.
This is the third year that we've done Game Changers. What we've learned is that really it's all about culture, and we've learned that from the beginning. Even as an organization, Engaged to Learn, we've been studying organizational culture for a long time, because that's really what kind of the niche that we have in education is, helping districts change their culture and become a high-performance culture. Pretty much every change you're making in education, because you're dealing with people, is about culture. And if you don't approach those particular innovations or initiatives or programs or strategies from a culture-defining methodology standpoint, they are not going to work. So everything we do, everything we talk about, the way that we do our processes is all about creating the culture that you want through those particular initiatives, programs, strategy, whatever. And that's how you're going to get results. So that's what we're going to do a little bit this afternoon. Share out some of your ideas, which again, as you've probably seen, not only are we learning from Rackspace, but some of the most important learning is with the folks in this room from other districts. And as educators, we can keep learning from each other. So that's what we're going to do this morning.
Was the one that had, where I knew I was going to be partnering with a mentoring teacher, and I knew there was a collaborative environment in that school that I didn't get from the other schools. And to me, coming out of the tech industry at that time, to the previous point, I knew there was going to be so much that I didn't know, and I was going to have to learn, and I was going to have to figure out. And I mean, the school that I ultimately chose and worked at for the next 6 years before I moved up to junior high was the one where I had good mentoring relationship and a good supportive staff to collaborate and work with.
Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to take your action plans with you, and then on your way out say, thank you to your new friends that you met, that you learned from or stole from, or whatever you want to call it while you're here. And thanks so much for your time. So let's thank Jennifer for all her work, Kara for all her work, and Rackspace for having us. Thank you so much for your generosity. We appreciate you. Have a safe trip back.